Welcome to all the ladies.
Last week on Outback House, the arrival of the women changed everything.
This is unbelievable, I tell you.
Oh, no.
Fantastic, isn't it?
And that's what I was saying.
War broke out between the kitchen maids.
Well, fill it up then if you're really worried.
Glenn, the overseer, fell out with his head
I
shepherd.
just bring to your attention the inefficiencies of what he's doing.
This constant criticism, do this, do that, you know, like, you don't need it.
Can you give Mummy 10 minutes?
And the squatter's wife, Julie, was desperate for the arrival of the new governess. Welcome to Oxley Downs, a 19th century sheep station cut off from the modern world. Out here, a group of Australians, men, women and children, are living as squatter family, domestic servants and station workers. They're on their own, and just like the original pioneers, success or failure is entirely up to them. Join them as they take on the challenge of outback life for real in 1861.
The place is abuzz with the governess coming. There's a new female to the fold. There's mixed feelings as to whether she's going to be snobby and expect us to do all her work, and or whether she's going to get her hands dirty like everybody else.
No, not like really. A mystery woman, isn't she? A little bit. We'll certainly take an interest of some point of seeing exactly who the governess is. Yeah, you wouldn't be a bloke if you didn't, really.
Porsche, it's ours.
Who wants some pears?
This is our last meal as a family. From now on, we'll be eating with the governess. I'm looking forward to having someone actually share our table. So it'll be nice to have a different conversation.
The arrival of the governess on Oxley Downs promises a civilising influence. Genevieve Yates is a Queenslander with a background in medicine, music tuition and equestrian competition.
Hello.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
That's fine, no problem.
Paul Alcorn. Welcome to Oxley Downs in 1861.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alcorn. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's Portia. Hello. This is Miss Yates and Adam.
And I've got a beautiful present for you, a little kitten.
Oh, it's so adorable.
I'm not putting on all the petticoats.
No, that's okay.
Claire doesn't want her to be pretty.
No, I'm only been joking.
I know. We know why, though. Oh, she's wearing a hoop skirt, Mum. She's
I
wearing
know.
a dress.
She's going to undress very quickly.
Hi, darling.
Hello.
Yates,
How are
Nice to meet you. It has
Lovely
got
to meet you.
It's a boy.
And Persephone, Purette,
Hello.
well, you have to say thank you to Miss Yates for bringing the kitten.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have to be very... Oh, thank you, Portia.
We can let him out and say, and we have to give him a little bowl of water.
Yes, you'll need some water after we travel.
Okay.
This is Kim Shalukin.
Nice to meet you.
And,
Bit nervous, but
Carolina.
really excited. Don't really know who the people I'm meeting are or much about them at all, and so just hope they're nice and hope they're nice to me and we get along well.
He likes you. Hello? He's got the biggest, cutest eyes. Oh my God, look at him.
Right, and then we have something to balance on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well arrived.
There was one who was filming us.
Now they need a lot of reading practice, especially this one here.
Yep.
But these books will be quite different to the books that they're used to,
Yes.
so they're...
A lot of unfamiliar words.
As Genevieve gets to grips with the girls' curriculum, it looks like all is calm on Oxley Downs.
Oh, this fire.
But in reality, it's a charged atmosphere, especially here in the kitchen.
You've got to have a bonnet on in the kitchen. Remember, Julie said that yesterday, so put the white one on that I gave you.
Oh, I'd like to see her come in here and try and work in the kitchen while it's bloody boiling hot.
The men also have a problem. They're racing to finish station hand Peter's house in time for his wedding, now only a week away. But the overseer, Glenn, is still refusing to be a team player.
Yeah, no, I'm still doing my own thing. I am helping the boys out with a bit of furniture here, hopefully, in the long term, once I get the bench made. And whether it's an overseer's position or not, I don't know. That's what I'm doing now. So.
Right, mate, when you're ready. Yeah, we've had a few issues with the overseer. He's creating, to my mind, unnecessary problems. You know, everyone's very positive, and it seems very negative, which is, we can't be, you know, we've got to be positive, and it makes it harder on everyone.
Don't you think you should tell him though?
Yeah, I think we should.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, if we're going to talk about it, we should confront him about it.
Oh, we're going to. Yeah.
A few days ago when we started building my house, I asked Glenn if he'd be able to give us a hand. He happily said, yeah, I'll give you a hand, no problems at all. But that was sort of for one day, and 4 or 5 days have passed since then. And there's been, no further commitment from him. So, I mean, this sort of thing, from an overseer, it's been pretty hard for us to try and keep the other guys motivated towards working towards helping out to get it done.
Genevieve has delivered Squatter Alcorn a letter sent by his Stockton station agent. It reminds him how important it is to get the highest possible price for his wool.
It is all too clear that any squatter's future is built on the back of the sheep industry. As you well know, washing sheep is imperative, as unwashed sheep return about half of that of washed sheep, and indeed the bank's calculations were based on a return for clean wool. Okay, you definitely have to wash the sheep in that case.
Now, first lesson of today. First lesson of the day, we're going to start with some spelling. Okay, now, Pierrette, adapt. As in, I want to adapt to this.
A-D...
Shh, girls. Shh. Concentrate on Pierrette now.
A-D-A... P-T.
Yes, very good. That was a tricky one. Well done. All right, now, next one we're going to do is we're going to have 2 words that sound the same, but are spelled differently. So, I'd like you to try and work out the 2 spellings, okay? Now, let me see. Okay, ball. Okay, there are 2 spellings and meanings of ball. And this is for Persephone. No.
With his wife and children more settled, the squatter turns his attention to the station's disintegrating group dynamic and acts on the men's complaint about Glenn. He invites him to a meeting in the barn. At stake is Glenn's future as overseer.
In the barn. Yeah, it's not that windy. guys wanted to sort of get together and really discuss what roles we're all playing here.
It's not so much my role, it's whether they're prepared to accept my role. I can't apply my role if they're not prepared to accept it. I'm not prepared to enforce it.
Sometimes there might be an issue between you yourself, Glenn, and Paul, that there might be a difference of opinion or something that can't be worked out straight away. When that happens, it seems as though you pull up stumps and decide to have time out or whatever.
You know, like I'll call it as I see it, and I reckon that, you know, as Adam said, I believe that, you know, you're reacting like a spoilt child. That's the way I see it. I mean, you know, doing this dummy spit, and it's not just about me, it's not just about Paul or Pete or Adam or Dan or whoever. We're all in it together, and we've got to think of everyone else to make it work.
If any of you do a task, and you will obviously do it in your way, and if I think that there's a better way to do it, you just do it your own way, and regardless.
But your job as overseer should really just be identifying what tasks have to be done, and then just applying people to do it. It doesn't matter how they're done.
Is that my job?
Of course it is. You don't need to. You know.
So you're telling me my job already?
Well, I'm happy to tell you your job. I don't think you know what your job is.
I'm glad to you people telling me my job.
What's your job as overseer is to make sure that
all I
things
can say
get
is
done.
think if I told you a few things how to do them, we're still doing them now. You don't have clear thinking.
I think you're missing the point. This is the point. When there's work to be done, we don't need people to be going missing.
Definitely. But you've got to appreciate that it is frustrating if someone...
Probably not half as frustrating as it is for us sitting here, you know, trying to work it out and seeing you doing bugger all, you know, and being more of a hindrance than a help.
I'm more of a hindrance than a help.
Well, so far you have been. And as far as morale goes, like seeing that coming from somebody who's supposed to be an overseer, it's pretty detrimental. I've let it ride for the moment because the guys have been working pretty well together. But,
they have. They've worked very well together.
They're now at the situation where they want to see everybody working. How do you feel on that, Len? Are you going to...
That's fine, yeah. I never had a problem. It has to be a two-way street, and I'm happy to involve myself. Right. But how can you say? Yeah, I'm happy to involve myself with it for sure.
Is everybody reasonable, happy with that where it stands at the moment? Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, and that's, you know, we want you on board, and we need you, you know.
All right. Good one, guys.
The first thing out of your mouth, Peter, is no. I'm sorry to say, Peter, you don't know as much as you think you do. If you did, you wouldn't be the station hand. You'd be the overseer. And you're not. So guess what? I'm not the only person who doesn't think you're overseer quality.
Next morning, Glenn, despite the message from the men, is still working alone, fashioning a mallet head. And cook, Carolina, is still not happy with the work being done by the kitchen maids.
I'm not getting enough help. I'm doing everything from wood to water to cleaning to setting tables and the dishes, not to mention the cooking. And I'm not sure why it's not being noticed that Carolina's carrying the burden. And if it is being noticed, well, that's even worse. And I believe that if Mum can't organise her staff correctly, Cook is certainly not going to stay here and slave.
I had no idea what this was going to be like. Nobody told me. Everyone said, oh yeah, it's going to be so fun, a little bit hard, it's going to be great fun. It's not fun at all. I mean, you have like half an hour fun all up in the whole week. It sucks.
The combination of putting these three people together is dynamite. The men work really well. They get on with it, they do the job, and the personalities just don't gel in there, and it's causing huge conflict.
I am not getting the help from the girls. Danielle cracks it, Claire throws a tantrum.
I would like to say is I would like to have 3 days of no issues in the kitchen. I get to a point where I'm pushed, and that's when I lose it. but it takes a long time. But it's taken me much quicker this time, because I'm also in the deep pond with you. We all are, going round and round and round and round and round.
Trying to swim.
A whirlpool. You're 3 adults now.
Yeah.
You've got to work together.
Work with it. Deal with it.
We've been here for how long?
Pardon me.
2 weeks.
Days.
Okay, Julie.
Come here.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't actually want,
Please.
I actually told you before, I don't want your pretend hugs anymore.
No, I'm not pretending, Caroline.
Okay, darling, I don't need a hug. And as I said to you when you did that to me the other day, if you need one, I'll give you one, but I don't need one from you.
I need one. Because, you know, we're all here together. And I really want this to work.
There you go.
Okay? Wow, can't get much more sincere than that.
Just don't offer the hug. Say,
I won't.
yes,
I
let's
won't
go
now.
on.
You know, you try and be sincere with people. I'm a very sincere person, but you think you make a breakthrough, but it's just pedaling backwards. I just want her to be nice. I just want her to believe me when I tell her things. She's just not bloody listening.
Claire, she's gone beyond listening.
She has.
Okay.
Yep.
She's gone beyond.
Oh.
So,
Just, I'm so sick of it, you know. After that, 3 days, stress-free, and it straight away throws it back in my face.
Station hand Mal Burns has no time for the dramas in the kitchen and is building his own gunya away from the homestead, which is what Aboriginal workers would have done in the 1860s.
The reason why I'm down here is to acknowledge to the people, the settlers, that you know that we're different. We're connected to the land more than what they are, but we're here to help them too. And yeah, one of the reasons is I don't like going inside the big house up there, where all the people are. I prefer to be down here with me little humpy, doing my thing. I can just get up and go walk about when I wanna.
We're going to have our first lesson about the violin today. Now, you know, you've seen me play the violin a few times so far, and today I'm going to talk to you about the parts of the violin, what they're called, and also basically how to hold a violin. First of all, you have these. What do you think these are called?
Strings.
Strings. Yes, that's right. They're called the strings. And these here
Are called the tuners.
Close, but not
Tightness?
quite. They're called the pegs. This is called F-hole. Okay? No, girls, don't laugh. It's the proper name for it, because it's an F, and this is like a backward F. Okay, so they're called the F-holes. Pearl, show you have a dirty mind, young lady. Okay, not bad. Now just try and put a little bit too much force in it. You know, hear that sound? That's because you're pressing too hard. That's better. That's a nice sound there. Beautiful sound. Portia? Yeah?
Today me and Bernie are building a bit of a horse paddock, and we're really sort of rushing it to try and get it done and give us enough time to do some more work on the house this afternoon, and hopefully we'll get it up in time.
But overseer Glenn is still not working with the men. He's more concerned about his own conditions.
I don't know, chat there, I could just a spare time about the wages.
Yep.
Something was mentioned. Or...
Yep. I've got to see everybody individually.
Oh, okay.
Your annual kick-in is £78 a year.
That sounds pretty good even to me.
Yep. And so the quarter for the 3 monthly in December will be £19, about £20 thereabouts. 19, close enough anyhow. 19.10 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. With my wife then working and helping in the kitchen, what wage would she be earning?
She wouldn't. That's part and parcel of the package. You're getting paid way more than anybody else.
Oh, but I'm an overseer, so of course I would.
Put it this way, Glenn, if this were 1861, there'd be a queue 10 miles long to get in here.
Alrighty then.
Is that yours?
I don't know. I'm already shitty because I'm tired. I've done 2 extra girls' work this morning, so I'm out of here. This is our living food right through here, right? Spring onions, they're just the flavour.
Yep.
We've got virtually nothing, we've got nothing edible
There's
in
not
there.
much in there.
Right.
The carrots are dismal.
They're so stunted. Pull me one up. Show me what's going on there.
That's the carrots. There's nothing spectacular about those at all. They should be much bigger than that. But as I say, this soil is like clay pan rock hard.
Okay, so we can really say there's nothing edible on this side?
Not too much, there's a bit of fennel.
Right.
Not too much there. This
Our
is all the potatoes.
I'm getting really worried. I've got 12 potatoes left. If our delivery doesn't arrive.
Plan of action for today. That's the fence around the wheat. I'll give you a hand with that if you like.
Oh, so that won't happen until the mallet's finished. I want to drive them in, so I prefer to wait till the mallet's finished. Then.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be flash. It's just got to.
Glenn still wants to do things in his own time, in his own way. But it's a different story at the kitchen, where everyone's pitching in to unload the monthly supplies.
Yum! Oh, that smells so good.
First, I need you guys to take these. We've got some live ducks.
Live ducks?
Yes.
Ducks?
Like a duck. Alright, there you go. Sorry, mate. Alright, put them in the shade there somewhere, and they'll probably have to go, you know those chicken coops? We probably have to go in there, I'd say.
2 ducks to fly.
I don't have to go in the chicken coop.
Oh,
yeah.
What? Whoa, look at the apples. Barley.
There's more coffee there.
More coffee?
Some more oats on it.
Coffee, Portia.
Is that burning peat? No, burning peat's here.
Mal Burns spots 2 figures walking slowly along the fence line.
No, I wouldn't be.
As he and station hand Adam investigate, Mal realises the 2 visitors are from his and Danielle's Aboriginal nation, the Wiradjuri.
Hey, how you going?
They've travelled for miles on foot, as was common for the times, to check on how their people are coping among the whites on Oxley Downs. One of them is Danielle's mother, Karen, who's accompanied by Tom, a Wiradjuri elder.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm Danielle's mum.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Typically, they brought a gift with them. In this case, a freshly killed kangaroo.
That's keep the flies there, Mel. Yeah, keep the flies away.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kitchen maid Danielle, just 17 and missing her family and people, is thrilled by the arrival of her mother.
I'm a maid, and I lug big heavy buckets and wash big heavy pots I can't even lift up when they're empty.
Oh, that's all right. It'll make it tough.
Come on, if you get the gate for me. Oh, wow, it's big Muscovy. Look at the size of this fella. Hey, dude.
The children, especially Perrette, wish these ducks could be pets. But the bird's fate is sealed. They're candidates for dinner.
Don't play with the ducks.
What?
You're only going to get upset.
This one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right there. That's what you call a bush potato. My mother often talks about these. That was one of their main diets. They'd all go out and they'd get these things.
It's covered in mud now.
Yeah. And you can eat that straight away.
Yeah. I've had so much deja vu, it's not funny.
Right.
And I swear it's because I know that people that are related to me have been here already.
This place is just so significant because to us and our heritage, because our family and our ancestors worked on this very same property, so to be sitting here and thinking back on that, you know, it's neat.
This is a bush mistletoe, this one. It's hard to say what it tastes like. It tastes sweet anyway. And if you get a good handful of them, they'll quench on his own, yeah. They'll quench your thirst. They're a nice sweet taste. You see, the old people were connected to the land. They lived here for thousands of years, and they lived at one with the land. They hunted the animals. A lot of the first settlers would have just perished out here without the help of the old people. They would not have survived.
And if the people of Oxley Downs want to survive, they need to protect their food sources.
Put down here.
That's why it's important that Glenn has finally agreed to fence the wheat.
Up over the front.
Glenn and I have been having a discussion as to how we're going to strain the wires, because we don't actually have like the hand strainers. So we're actually going to put from the corner posts little guy ropes out and pull them back with stakes and twist a bit of wire in the hopes that that'll actually pull it all back and strain it all up. So get rid of these sags. We think it'll work. Glenn's got the mechanical brain and I've got the pretty eyes. So between us, hopefully we can get it sorted. But we're doing all right. So at the moment it's 2 strands, but I think we're going to go for a 3rd strand on the fence as well.
Some cookies for breakfast with fresh ground coffee.
Oh, the duck. No, I didn't kill the duck.
Did anybody kill the duck?
I was never going to kill the duck.
No, did we? As in general?
Did anyone?
I didn't.
No. Claire, did you kill the duck?
Can we, if we get it now?
Kill him now, of course.
Will I?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we were supposed to do it last night.
If you could do both of them quietly.
She's asleep. Perette's asleep, so it's probably a good idea.
Don't go too much on them at all. Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
The ducks are on the menu at tonight's dinner that Paul's arranged with his next-door neighbours, the Turles. The squatters invited them over because neither he nor his overseer, Glenn, are farmers. With challenges like shearing now only 3 weeks away, they need practical answers to some of the problems they're facing on Oxley Downs.
I don't think he would have felt much.
Beautiful, bit hot. But...
Danielle's mum, alarmed at what she's discovered about how the cook is treating the maids, airs her concerns with the squatter.
I was in the background last night and I heard just some of the things that she had said about Danielle. And it wasn't nice,
No.
you know. But I kept my place because I know I'm going today, and I didn't want to make it any worse for Danielle. I think that the cook just needs to show a little bit of respect to the girls that are working under her, and she'll get a lot more out of them.
We'll see if we can sort it out.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you later.
Keep still, you bugger. It'll be a very nice dinner. Yep, hold him, hold him, hold him. Oh, shit. That's it. Got it. Good.
I have a couple of problems, which I've brought to you or Mum a couple of times over the week in hopefully respectful ways about the girls being given the work in the kitchen but not completing, Danielle particularly not completing the task, me having to do it. There are several people saying, we can see why you're tired.
I can see that, Tom. We're all tired.
But why aren't you doing something about that?
Seeing why you're tired?
No. To get the help in the kitchen that I need.
I think you do get quite a lot of help in the kitchen, quite frankly.
I've actually come to you to say, can we fix these problems, because otherwise I will resign.
Right.
Now, if you want to lose me and maybe another member of your staff down the track or another one on top of that, that's the risk you do run by letting a little maid that does very little for anybody at any task, any level, dictate to you terms.
I'm not letting a little maid dictate terms at all.
I try to get the task done. I have been treading very lightly. I have had my power stripped from me. I understood that when I returned, and I've tried to act accordingly.
It's
at a
not
time,
power, it's the abuse of power.
I don't abuse power.
Caroline, a number of people said to me, okay?
Would you name those people?
Just about everybody. I'm just saying that there's a lot of tension there. And,
As I said in
and that there seems to be a common denominator.
Well, that leaves me no alternative but to resign.
Is that what you would like to do?
I think that's the position I'm in.
You would like
I don't
to
see any support from you, and I think the less support you give me, the worse it's going to get.
I'll support you if we work.
I am.
In harmony.
I am. I'm
Well,
not prepared to be a
I'm not hearing
scapegoat
this.
for anybody. I'm going to finish your beautiful meal. I won't let you down. He tried to tell me that every one of these people, all the boys and all the women here, and I know for a fact that's not true, think that I'm the cause of all the tension and dissension in this kitchen.
Mrs. Turl.
That's
fantastic.
What's her name?
Mrs. Turl.
Carolina has resigned. So she'll cook the dinner today, she said, and do her best. And she wants to go tomorrow. So.
Is she upset?
Well, I presume so. She might be relieved, I'm not sure.
Carolina's resignation comes only hours before Glenn and his wife, Kim, are due to join the Alcorns at dinner with their neighbours, the Turls.
Excuse me again, Paul. I won't be able to pop in at dinner tonight. I'll have to leave it to yourself.
What's that?
Oh, well, I'll just have to think about things, the circumstances. I've got to assess my situation and think about it tonight. I think it'd be inappropriate to have a meal at the big house tonight.
Why is that?
I don't think it's appropriate.
In what way is it inappropriate?
I don't want to go into discussion of it. It's not appropriate, so I'll leave it at that. I'm happy not to attend, and I hope you accept my inability. Thank you.
It's fine. We'll go again. I'm sorry to say, Glenn, you're not the overseer anymore.
I've been sacked.
As overseer, yes.
Oh, well, that's the position I took here, so...
Yep.
Well,
What would you like to do? You can work with the men?
Oh, no, I'll be on my bike then.
You happy with that?
Yeah, well, I've got no position here, so...
Well, yeah, we had that meeting with the guys the other day.
Who could be overseeing in place of me? Who could you find?
Well, you can probably work that out.
Let me think. Dan?
No.
Adam?
No. It's Peter.
Oh, no!
One of the reasons for the dinner tonight with the neighbour is obviously to gather information and create a sort of alliance there.
No, don't explain yourself. Well, that's fine. I'm happy we'll be out of here probably tomorrow at the earliest possible convenience. We'll leave it at that, and I'm happy to, as I say, to vacate the premises and leave them open for Peter, and have him take over my position. No worries. All right.
All right.
I'll stay in my house while it's still mine.
Thanks, Len.
Thanks, Peter. Sorry, Paul.
He's had every chance to do a number of things. Peter and Bernie got a fence up within one day. I've still got a fence around my wheat, which is incomplete, and that's 3 days later. I had to walk him down. Now I'm just a bit fed up with it. Over.
You just stay strong. Stay strong. And whatever they want you to do, you do it. And you do it with happiness, because you'll get through this so much better and easier. Okay? Now it's only for a short time.
Have a safe journey.
We will.
I've just got to wait for someone to pull me in.
The two most important people on the station, I'd have to give the cook almost equal to myself, because a station runs on its stomach. If it's bad food, the blokes are grumpy, they don't want to work, you can't run a station happily. So the knowledge that I possess is probably equally as valuable as the cook's expertise in cooking. Good luck to them.
Thank you. Upside down. Incorrect name tag.
Wonderful. That's lovely.
Let's just give me the star.
A star.
Different emblem.
Hello. May have changed slightly since we were...
You're looking far better dressed tonight than last time I saw you.
It's occasional. This is my wife Julianne, this is Elizabeth Turl.
No, I'm Scott Turl. Mrs. Alcott, how are you?
And our governess, Genevieve Yates.
Hello,
Nice to
Genevieve.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. Meet goes in water.
Makes it a lot easier.
From her garden.
Absolutely.
We might be the plants in the way.
Yes, not a problem. I'm making it easy.
Toffee. Keep in the house, please. Don't tell the
Yes, of
girls.
course.
Oh, this is Persephone. Hello, Persephone. This is Mr. and Mrs. Turl. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Persephone, how are you?
Mrs. Turl. Very well, thank you.
That is very. Is that another cat or the same one that Portia had?
Same one.
He gets around, doesn't it?
Peter Gordon.
Peter, how are you?
It's Mr. Turl. Mr. Turl.
Yes. And my wife Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Peter will be joining us.
Oh.
You might be able to, again, get some of your valuable...
Very good.
knowledge.
Very good. Yes, I think I met Glenn the other day when I was here also. Is
Yes.
he's still about?
No, Glenn, well, he is still about, but he's likely, I think he's probably going to be leaving us.
Oh, is he?
Mm.
Ah, that is a shame.
It is a bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, we have to manage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
That's true.
It's been a very eventful day. Has it?
What's the lucky lady's
Our cook's resigned.
Louisa.
Oh, good heavens. And
So she's
our overseeing his wife leaving tomorrow. So we're losing 3.
That's a great shame.
I think it's not a shame.
Right.
At this point in time.
Do you wash your sheep before?
We do.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. We just use a bit of a fairly small water hole that's a bit spring fed, and we've got a race leading into it, which we run the sheep down into the water, and then give it a bit of a turn around, wash down a race actually in through the stream.
And you keep boards.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get the water too dirty.
That's right. Yeah. You don't want to stir the mud up on the bottom. You want to try and have a bit of a solid platform underneath if you can.
Now, they wanted this an hour and 15 minutes ago, so it's not a premium, and I do as I'm ordered.
Not your problem.
An hour and 15 minutes ago, that was fantastic.
Oh well, can't say it's undercooked.
Oh, wow. Oh, how gorgeous is this?
Lovely.
You're going to have fun with that. And
I'll try and carve these.
One more then.
I find it stimulating.
Like a bear, the bit of chocolate.
Every landowner in the area would have a different registered mark.
recipes you come across, or we could probably find you a recipe for making wine out of pumpkins.
Danielle, do you want to put a bit more in that? I do think the garden's too big for one man to actually maintain. And I was saying to Dan, who's obviously very interested in it, that it really needs a lot of water. So, and I think it's too big for one person, for Dan to sort of manage it on his own.
So is it something that you think perhaps if we put a few men in the garden, it's something they could really improve on in a day or two?
I think you can do it very easily, and I think if you don't, if you let it go for another few days or another week, you won't have a garden.
Maybe Anna and Mal can work with Dan straight after lunch and then just sort of have a real go at it. Crack through it. And just see what sort of difference they can make. See if it's going to be a couple of day thing or a couple of week thing.
I'm glad we're all able to get
So am I.
Well, we're probably off fairly shortly. So I'm just going to say goodbye and good luck.
Yeah, very little to say, Paul, so I'd save yourself any embarrassment and just say nothing.
That's fine.
Yes, I have to go with that.
That's all right. Anyhow, goodbye and good luck. Well, guys, I'll leave you with them. Yeah, I'll take it down there and load up. I said my goodbyes. All right then. We'll see you when we get back. See you later, then. Hold on.
On top of that. I want Mel driver, wouldn't mind.
It'll be all right.
Thank you. Mel, can you run me out? Yeah? Okay. Thanks, mate.
See you, Glenn.
See you, Pete.
Hope it all turns out and you probably would have done the same thing if I was in your group.
I've got nothing more to say to you. That's all. I'll leave it at that. All right, mate.
Right here.
We'll follow you, eh, Pete? Get up.
Mal's
Get up.
taking the selfie now.
Watch your feet. See you soon, Ben.
Yep.
Get up. Get up, Daz. Get up. Yeah, get up.
Carolina's. She's quit, and Kim and Glenn don't believe in, and neither did Claire. So nothing's going right. It's so not fair. And I just wish people would shut up and listen.
With Carolina gone, the squatter's wife, Julie, is not only working in the laundry, she's also running the kitchen.
Now, girls, I'm a really fastidious, very fastidious in being tidy. This is not a dressing table.
Yeah.
This is a kitchen bench. So rather than just use this as a dumping ground.
Yeah.
But once I tidy this...
Yeah. It stays tidy.
It stays tidy.
Yeah.
Portia. Yoo-hoo. Can I see that line, please? Portia, one line.
Real estate agent Peter Gordon, now the new overseer, is determined the station moves on.
One of the things, I'm not going to talk about anything that happened with Glenn. I just want to sort of put that all behind us.
Sure.
Start fresh and really sort of get into it and make them. You know, we've only got
not long,
6 or 7 or 8 weeks to go, and you know, there's no point in
making it a fresh
dwelling on
time.
anything. So no, we just want to get on with it. Yeah. Make sure we all get as much out of this as we can.
Yeah. Let's build a fence.
Build a fence, get started, yeah.
Weeded enough.
What we're doing here is just tying up a few loose ends that were sort of produce that has been on the go for a little while. We've got everyone out here. We'll take care of it really quickly. Everyone seems really happy. They're all ready to give it a go and have a real shot at it. So that's what we're all looking forward to.
The next target is the garden, which is overrun with weeds and parched for water. Acting on Mrs. Turl's advice, the men attack it as a team. Peter, in his first day as the overseer, has the men achieving more than Glenn did in 3 weeks.
Thursday.
No, Friday, all day Friday.
Oh, okay.
Dan's going to bed very early. He's exhausted.
Is he? Yeah, he's been... Guys dragged him around the place on a bit of hard labour.
And we've got the Melbourne Cup tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which I hear
We'll do a few
it's
circuits
been
around
mapped
there.
out.
Yep.
Do some afternoon tea. Don't we look beautiful going to the races?
It's the first Tuesday in November, the actual week of the first Melbourne Cup in 1861. And here at the station, it's also an occasion. A handicap race involving 3 laps around the homestead.
She's in fine condition, in pretty good race form. You see, she's dead set keen to go. I reckon she'll knock them over.
This is Jigsaw.
I've got my hat there for you.
The winner. He already knows it. He just told me.
Welcome, folks, to the running of the Oxford Downs Cup on this Melbourne Cup Day, 1861. The field is in the mounting yards now. This is the Oxford Down Cup, the race that stops the station. Starters are at the gate.
Go, Ben.
Cue Mrs. Alcorn. And they're off. And Tammy's got off to a gallant little start there. Holding a friendly time in the Go. There goes Jazz. And Tammy is in the back straight. And go. Adam takes off on Lucy now. The 15-second start. Good now. Behind. They're setting now on the Jigsaw. Lucy and Jigsaw were having a bit of a conversation and are being lapped by Cammy. Peter is taken off on the horse, whose name I cannot remember, but is in fact Little Jerry. Cammy's galloping through the home straight, heading round back. The squatter is coming through on Jazzy. 10 seconds handicap, but he's doing all right. He may even catch up with Cammy at this time. Peter's having his capped up. Barry's on his last lap around. Looks like Jigsaw's gone into early retirement.
Listen, Jigsaw.
At this point, out of the race, here goes Peter. There's a fantastically. Towards the home straight. Real photo now. And the ride is taking a tumble. A
at one and he came off on the last corner.
In the presentation, he's removing his
I was
gloves.
going for you.
Thank you very much.
I was going
Shaking
for you,
hands
Peter.
now. And presented with the gloves off.
After the fun and frivolity of the race, the men are back working to complete Peter's house before his bride and guests arrive next week.
The door opens out like that. Right, yeah?
No, flush, flat side out, I think.
That way?
Yep, so those hinges go bolt straight on and the door, door opens straight out like that.
What he's saying.
None of us are, are builders by trade or anything like that, and we've sort of all just come together and, all sort of put our heads together, and we've all got certain skills in different areas. So
it's not like we walked in here having ever worked together before, so
or even knowing all the tools or anything.
Yeah, and we're sort of feeling our way through the whole process, and it's just when it's done, it's going to be an amazing feeling.
Before lunch, a conference at the natural spring in the bottom paddock.
For the sake of moving the sheep, though, it's probably just as easy to keep them on that side. Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's cool.
They're planning a sheep wash, something they've never built before.
What do you think, Mel?
Yeah, that'd probably be the easiest access. Up there is another option, but we'll have to do a lot of manual work there to dig the bank down so they can get out again.
Mal suggests a design and structure to wash every sheep on the station in a single day.
Bring them down this side and drive them in here somewhere and walk them out up the other end. They can walk out on their own steam. Rather than
For squatter Alcorn, washing the sheep before shearing means double the price at market.
Really well worth the exercise, isn't it?
The men are working well together, but among the women it's a different story. With 3 staff down, Julie is working overtime to ensure the station doesn't grind to a halt, and she's desperate for the 2 maids to pull their weight.
If they don't pull their socks up and they don't learn to work that laundry properly, then I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through to them. That you can't just hand your load over when you're tired and sit down and have a pipe. But I'll deal with it quietly so that there's not too much of an upset. I can't afford that at the moment. Danielle, have you finished?
Everyone's, I don't know what Claire's doing.
And what am I doing, Miss Danielle?
I don't know.
2 o'clock is when we sit. When I sit at 2 o'clock, you can sit at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
If I'm working your job, you work with me. Oh, I think I'm up and down at the moment. My emotions are very, very stretched. Paul is incredibly caring. It'll be all right in a couple of days. And the cook's here and... Paul, can you get the petticoat out for me?
The stress of being in this kind of heavy labour has been immense for Julie. She's trying to keep all the threads of being organised. She's trying to keep everything together. She feels that she has to hold the whole responsibility to herself. And in a way, as the squatter's wife, she does need to do that.
That's it. I'm going to go and check that down.
I will.
No, you can't. It's the pot.
Charming, correct?
I didn't do it. It was my mouth.
Next week on Outback House,
That's a good sound.
there's relief for Julie with the arrival of the new cook.
So that's it. That's it. And there's the oven over there.
And Oxley Downs gears up for a bush wedding.
With style and flair and grace, and be the best darn wedding that anyone ever had.
That's next week on Outback House.